Greetings Libra and welcome back to my channel. Thank you all for being here and for tuning into this reading. Let us see what intuitive messages you may need to know and may need to be aware of at this time. This is intended for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus Libra. If the messages do not resonate, please also check our other placements, okay? Thank you all for your support and let's begin. What does Libra need to know and need to be aware of? Spirit angels, we ask for insights and guidance for the sign of Libra. What do they need to know and need to be aware of at this time? Starting with Eight of Swords, the Queen of Pentacles, the Star, the Seven of Swords, Seven of Pentacles. So the first message I'm getting here is that someone is waiting for you to take action. Someone is waiting for you to reach out, send them a message. This might sound strange, Libra, but somebody is actually waiting for you to rescue them. Because with the Eight of Swords, this is a feeling of powerlessness. Somebody believes in their mind that they're not capable of breaking free. It might be someone very close to you. For some of you, this might even be your profession. Because with the Star card here, you're doing something for your community, or you're just spreading positivity and light all around you. You're also someone that heals people, Libra. Going back to this message earlier, I'm getting that someone is waiting for you to help them out. They've been wanting to hear from you. They want to talk to you with Page of Swords. If this is the person that you are in a relationship with, they've been thinking a lot about you here, Libra. Feels like there was a period of silence, and this definitely affected this person. The silent treatment, okay? They're feeling very tormented with the Eight of Swords. The Seven of Pentacles, you know, they could be worried that all hope is lost. You know, that something is not manifesting. I also am getting that someone can be extremely impatient, Libra, where they don't do so well with waiting. You could have been the one that asked for a little bit of space, and they want to hear from you again when you're going to return. All right, the Star card is all about deep replenishment. So this could be a time given for you, or you've given to yourself, Libra, to take a step back and really fill up your energy reserve. Something here felt very energetically draining. Some of you felt like you've done your best, okay? That you planted the seed, and it's up to the other person as well to help themselves out and put the work in. There's an acknowledgement here of, I've done my part. It is time for them to step up. Because the Star card speaks about alignment. You've been a great influence for this person, but they're the ones that need to overcome their fear and know that there's a way out. Eight of Swords is a mental prison, okay? If they truly want to talk to you, they should be the one to reach out. Because I feel like they're the one waiting for you to make the first move. Yes, the Seven of Swords energy here. And the Seven of Swords, you know, there's a lot of definition, but the heart of this card is about deception. Let's see. You know, since the Eight of Swords talks about overthinking, where hyper imagination can take over, it might be even someone suspecting here, Libra, that you might be up to no good just because you want space or you're being silent right now. You could be shifting your focus, your energy into something else, but they're starting to suspect, okay? This is someone that can be driven by such erratic emotions at this time. Clearly a more indication of self-love with the Star card. They are worried that you're giving your attention to another with the Sun card. We have Page of Swords. Somebody may even be looking at your profile, your social media. This is prying and spying as well behavior. Let's see, we're going to open more cards out. Knight of Cups energy. So, yes, again, Seven of Swords and Knight of Cups. It could also be their emotions are deceiving them. This erratic emotions might be stemming from jealousy of some sort, or a sense of suspicion, loss of inner power. But then again, Libra, some of you realize that you know, space is also healthy. You must create some healthy boundaries. With Knight of Cups, somebody is constantly demanding for your attention. I feel like this is starting to come across, or as of lately, this is coming across as someone very emotionally needy and very moody as well. And I feel like some of you are absorbing this person's energy, and you could be the one feeling drained. You are someone that's willing to help others. You're someone that is willing to nurture others as well. But in the process, you may have felt like I've drained myself out. I don't know, it feels like you're not really avoiding this person with Seven of Swords, but you're just aware of your own need for deep replenishment with the Star card to get back in a much better mind space and heart space. You know what they say, our ability to love others depends on our ability to love ourselves first and foremost. Bottom of the deck is the King of Cups. So for some of you, you may have also felt confused with this person if this is a love romantic situation, okay? Because there are times that they can shut you down and closed off, but when you pull yourself back, Libra, okay, this is what they do. It's like the more that you give them space and pull back, the more that they demand for your time and attention. But when you're there, you know, I feel like this is someone who is afraid of being abandoned. Let's see. We're going to open more cards out. Typically, the King of Cups is someone very strong, emotionally mature. They seem to have this control over their life. But on a shadow aspect, Seven of Swords here, I feel like intense feelings may be perceived as demanding. Or they can also overreact. Their sensitivity levels are on high that can cause them to overreact. I feel like someone suspected that you're doing something without any proof. Their jealousy can seem to take over. Libra, this is a very specific message. The Star card and the Sun, you know, things are being brought towards the light. Or you have brought certain things towards the light. This is the Page. This is your energy. Page of Swords represents your energy at this time. You are someone that lives a code of truth and frank honesty. I don't feel like you're deceiving this person or keeping them in the dark, but they have a very suspicious mind. All right? And it's very difficult to earn this person's trust. But I also am getting that you understand them. Why this is happening might be caused by old emotional wounds that have been unhealed. For some of you, this might also be someone that comes across that, comes across as if they're okay, they're doing fine, pretending like nothing is wrong, but clearly when it's not. Let's see. Why is the Eight of Swords energy here? Ace of Swords. So, yes, I feel like someone's waiting to hear from you. When you have already done your part, it is up to them to break this silence. It's a waiting game here. Why is the Queen of Pentacles here? The Five of Swords. Could be pride and ego as well with Five of Swords. Their pride and ego is not allowing them to make the first move. There could be a fear of being rejected, a fear of being dismissed, okay, or not given attention. Now, the Five of Swords, keep in mind that this may also mean immature behavior. They're very prone to, petty behavior. This could be mind games, pushing you, but really what they want is you to be closer. This might also be a tendency to overreact and lash out when they're upset, when they don't get things their way, Libra. Ace of Swords is a desire to perhaps clear the air. Let's see. Why is the Star card here, please? The Son of Pentacles. But you're taking your time. You don't want to be rushed. This is a time for you. I also am getting solitude, peace of mind. Like you really want to Release yourself from all the stress and chaos that may have happened recently. I feel like someone is not used to not having their way here, Libra. Perhaps in the past, you've always been there for this person. You know, you've always been available for them when they needed someone to talk to. They wanted the attention, but when you pulled back, this is their response. They're upset, okay? Why is the Seven of Swords energy here? The Five of Pentacles, yes. Cold treatment, cold shoulder. They feel lost at the moment. Somebody is feeling lost because you pulled back, okay? Sometimes the Five of Pentacles is that feeling of lost where what once gave them a sense of security has been taken from them. Some of you felt like this person saw you as a sense of security in their life, or that they felt rather complacent, that you're always going to be there, Libra. But there are moments where they need to stand strong for themselves and care for their relationships. They need to outpour the same kind of attention, care you do for them. Because I feel like you've been the one giving and giving constantly. They kept taking and taking. Let's see, the World card. You might have also felt like this affected your financial situation. You know how when we enter deep relationships, our material world starts to change. We let go of our preoccupations with money, with work perhaps, and you come to realize that you need to recalibrate your priorities here, Libra. It's like not making someone your world, okay? Time for alignment. Get back on track. Get back on track with your goals as well. Because so much of this may have consumed you. And you need to zoom out and reshift your priorities. The World card. The Two of Swords. So some of you here are taking a break from social media as well. Because of so much of the negativity or conflict as well, to think and make a decision with Two of Swords. The World and the Two of Swords, this could be conflict resolution. Okay, on a different message, Libra, you may have realized that you cannot solve everyone's problem. You can only do so much. You want to help someone who will help themselves as well. In a different message, you want to be with someone that reciprocates the love, energy, and time that you give. Not being the constant giver here, because there's a power struggle with the Five of Swords. For some of you, it could be that this person in the past was the one that gave you silent treatment, you know, and this seems like a sort of a punishment when they don't have it their way. But the Ace of Swords is that aha moment, the clarity of the mind. It's like you realize something here, that you need to take your power back, okay? And that you should learn to say no as well if you don't feel comfortable with the overall dynamic. That someone needs to sort of respect the decisions that you make. Five of Swords sometimes is blatant disrespect. If this was someone that's very suspicious, it could be that they disrespected you because they don't know the truth. Let's see. So let me just pull some shadow healing. What is your message for Libra at this time? But I feel like eventually this person is the one that's going to contact you, Libra. Just be ready what decision you're going to make here with the Two of Swords. Because I feel like they realize this silent is no longer working. Their attempt to get you to be the one to reach out first is no longer working. So they're the ones that's going to break this silence, okay? They're not comfortable with this. They realize you're not playing sort of the game that they're playing here with Five of Swords. You know, the Mother of Pentacles is giving me this vibe of I need to be serious with my life. I take relationships seriously. I take my future seriously. So this could be why you are taking a step back. You realize if someone is not that serious, right? Someone can come across as quite unpredictable, not ready for commitment, you know, whatever the case may be. It says days. Enough time has been spent wandering around in a listless days. Even if you're unsure of the direction you're heading, just start by doing something. This could also resonate for the person that you are dealing with. They've been spending enough time just wandering around. You might also realize that you need to start doing something here. Appalled. Others will look to you for guidance on how to react. But the key to overcoming this situation is by masking your true feelings and showing only mild dismay. So, on a different message here, Libra, since the King of Cups is also emotional strength and maturity, King of Cups is excellent with people. You're also showing diplomatic. You're someone very diplomatic. You understand people. You have forgiving heart, and you're very compassionate. So the cards are counseling you, if you can, to mask that feeling and showing only mild dismay. This is not to sugarcoat things for this person, but you're realizing you're above this. And by going down on that level, right, it's not going to help resolve it. Some of you are realizing, I don't want to go through this back and forth argument with this person anymore. Let's see. Disapproval. Showing your dissatisfaction will not earn you any brownie points. And this may be a battle not worth fighting. There is nothing to be gained but wasted energy. So some of you are saying, I'm not playing this mind games with you anymore. I'm going to love myself and I'm going to pull myself back if this person doesn't want to make a change. So, yes, some of you are realizing there's nothing to be gained here but wasted energy. Is this worth fighting? All right? Is this worth fighting for? Some of you, this person may be the one realizing that whatever they're doing here is no longer working to get your attention. What is your advice for Libra at this time? Blame. I accept responsibility for my well-being. So that is very resonating with some of the messages earlier, where someone does not, they could be waiting for you to save them, to rescue them, but they also blame you for their unhappiness. They blame you for why things are panning out this way. They don't want to take responsibility for their own decisions and for the way they're choosing to live their life. Let me read what this card is saying. It is so easy to give away the power to transform your life. Certainly, there have been many people along your path who have shaped you into who you are today. But you are solely responsible for your own happiness. The ego can be a very fragile thing, and if it comes under fire, the first instinct is to blame an outside force. Victim consciousness weakens the connection that you have to your soul source. This mindset says, I don't have the power inside myself to break free because something else's power is stronger. This is an illusion. When you believe that someone else is responsible for your problems, that belief is the problem. Personal responsibility can empower you to change your reality. Lasting transformation always begins on the inside and works its way out. There is a difference between a reason and an excuse. A reason is valid and unavoidable. An excuse is an attempt to shift the blame. All right, so before I end this reading, I'm also getting a different message, Libra. For some of you, if someone did something behind your back and deceived you, they could have tried to shift the blame on you instead of taking responsibility for their own decision. It's like making an excuse and not a real reason to perhaps lie, deceive, cheat, manipulate, whatever the case may be. All right, so that is what I'm picking up for your reading. Take only what resonates and leave out what doesn't. I'm sending you love and light, and namaste.